What's good, YouTube? You already know what it is. Your boy Triple N, and I'm 1-4 for the Unlucky Bros Incorporated. And today, I wanted to bring forth a Greedon deck profile because I haven't done anything for Vanguard in a little while, and I thought I'd bring a deck profile of a deck I've been playing recently. It's been real fun. So let's go and get that Greedon deck profile since I haven't really seen anyone talk about Greedon in a while. So let's go ahead and get into it. I'm gonna start with the ride line. This deck did get some new support, but the ride line has changed a bit. The starter, if you go second draw, um, him, when you ride Bushuku over him, you can reveal Greedon in your ride deck, and you get the draw card. And then Bushuku, effect, if you ride Greedon over him, you can take a card in your hand, put it in the soul, and search for another Bushuku, which is something you want because you want Bushukus in the soul. And then your boy Greedon, who doesn't die if he has another copy of him in the soul. You don't lose until you're at 7 damage, and has the Soul Blast to suck up 4 and restand. So let's go ahead and get into this. 3 Greedon, because you want a Persona ride. Persona riding is nice. Plus, you need to have these because you need to get him into the soul as fast as you can, so you don't lose on that set until 7. Which is nice. On to the next grade 3s. I run 4. Dufund. Dufund's your main soul charger of the deck. When you play him while you have Greedon on field, you get the soul charge 2. And then his second effect, which doesn't go off often, but it does go off late game if you just trying to push for that damage. If you happen to have 2 Greedons in the soul, when he attacks, you can counterblast 1, and he gets an extra crit. So it just puts a little bit more crit pressure later on in the game. It can be early in the game if you just somehow suck in extra Greedons early. But yeah, so you play 4 of that. On to our grade 2s. 3 more Bushuku's. Bushuku's really nice. You want to load him in your soul as fast as you can. So once you're at that 4 damage mark, your Greedon will get that extra 5. This deck is really nice. With the new support and changes now, your Greedon is going to be hitting some big numbers. So Bushuku just helps with that, really, because he gets you up there. If you can get 4 in the soul while you're at that 4 damage, that's plus 20. So, and this has happened to me quite a few times. On to the next grade 2. This is the newest grade 2 I'm playing. Desire Devil Kodoku. When this unit attacks while not boosting, your Vanguard is Greedon. Choose up to 4 units with Desire Devil in the card name from your drop zone. If you choose more than one of them, return to the deck or shuffle. If you return 4 or more, this unit gets plus 10. So this card is really nice. This is what keeps you from decking out. Before, Greedon had a big problem decking out, at least for me. So this card really helps with that because it allows you to Soul Blast your Desire Devils or discard them if you want to use them for guard or perfect guards or whatever. You can use him to put them back in your deck and reuse those same Desire Devils. So he's real nice. You tie him with another card. So this is one of those cards you're going to use to attack alongside with Greedon and stuff. So yeah, I played 3. I felt like 4 was just too much. 3's just the right number. On to my grade 1s. 4 of another new card that just dropped in the last set. Desire Devil Kovsky. I think that's how you say his name. When this unit is put into your soul from R by an ability of Greedon, if you did not countercharge this turn, you can countercharge 1, which is nice. But the second effect is really nice too. When your rear guard is placed by a card ability and your Vanguard is Greedon, your damage zone is 4 more cards. That called unit gets plus 5 until this turn. So there's plays in this deck where you can call units with abilities, and if this card's in your soul, you can give it plus 5, and it stacks. So if you have multiples in it, multiples in your soul, you can give those units some plus power. So it's really nice. This is the card that helps you do that. I'm only running 3. 3 of Desire Devil Busetsu. I'm sorry, I don't usually just say their names when I'm playing. So I just point to when my opponent knows the card. So, but when your other rear guard is put into the soul by your Vanguard ability during this turn, counterblast 1, choose a card in your hand, call it to an open R, and if your soul has 10 or more cards, you draw a card. So this is your combo piece with that other card, the other cards, lets you call cards. So like, because before, Greedon had a problem with swinging. You had to play so many cards just to like get extra attacks. But now with this, your Greedon, like your turns, you can swing with like 3 or 4 times depending on like your plays, and this card really helps. Counterblast is not really much of a problem because you now have a counter charger, but this card could be also sucked into the soul and it still goes off, which is nice. But yeah, counterblast 1, you can call a card, and if you happen to have the 10 cards in soul, you get an extra +1 in hand, so it's real nice. So I played 3 of it. It's a really cool card. Next great ones I played 2. Desire Devil Incane. Incane says if you Persona Ride that turn, when he's placed, you have to soul charge. This is mandatory. Its second effect is when it's put into the soul by Vanguard ability. You counterblast 2, get +1 drive and +5,000 power. Only needed 2. I feel like playing anymore would just be too much. It's really nice. You want to get those triple drives, but you still have still don't want to deck out. So it's kind of scary to have multiples of this just to get those triple drives, because you're only going to be triple driving on the second swing. So it's just to it's really there, that giving that extra drive is just there to try to add more cards back to your hand. But it's also to apply more pressure if your opponent perfect guards you the first swing but doesn't. Usually your opponent's going to perfect guard you that last swing, but if you have units on the field, that triple drive will give you more triggers, and you can give them to your rear guards if you called rear guards that turn. But to the next great one I play, 2 more Gomons. I have 1 in the ride line, but because it's the second effect is still good. When this unit is put on from R, soul from Vanguard ability, and your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, counterbox 1 to this turn, your opponent will call cards from hand. They must call from 2 or more at the same time. So it just kind of makes it to where if they want to perfect guard you, they have to drop more, which is nice. But just run 2 of that. And 2 Desire Devil Zito. Zito, all it does is when this unit's put in from R into the soul of Vanguard ability, choose a card you drop and put it in your soul. It just helps you put cards back in your soul, which you usually just do if you're trying to hit the Vanguard mark, because Greedon's restand ability, if you have 10 or more in the soul, he gets an extra +15, so you kind of want to try to climb that soul up so you can have that extra power. So this kind of just helps with that. So you don't just need 2, you don't need more than that. 3 of the good perfect guards, the one that says if you have 1 or less cards in hand, you don't have to discard. Play 3 of that, and then I play the new perfect guard that we got out of the trial decks that released in October. Elementra Salute. It's hard to say. It's still a perfect guard. It just has it's an option. Now you only can play 1 of it in the deck. If your opponent's Vanguard has triple drive ability, you can drop this. You don't have to pay the cost. You could just drop it, and it's just perfect guards. But if you it's still just a regular perfect guard, you can discard and stuff. So that. All right, on to the triggers. The over trigger for Dark States is really nice. If you hit it, your Vanguard gets that +10 and a critical for the rest of the game. Really nice. Like that ability. Just sucks when you soul charge it. I've had that happen a few times when you soul charge the over trigger. That sucks so much. 4 of this crit. Just one of the good ones. If you boost with it, you can put it in the soul and give something +2. I've never used that for that effect, but it can come up if you want to get to that soul. Then I play 3 more crits. You just want to crit. You kind of just play mostly crits because you want to try to kill for game. Like I said, Greedon's going to be multi-swinging, so if you can stack crits on him, you just pretty much got it. 4 draw triggers. This could have been that. I don't have another one for some reason. So, but this is the draw that gets the +5 shield if you guard with it. Like I said, this should be that, but I don't have another one. But draw triggers is important. You play 4 because you kind of want to see your units. So you want to try to hope your opponent damages you into some draws, or even you draw check some draws to try to get to your desired devils, so you can suck them into Greedon and you can get those multiple abilities also. Playing 4 draw, because I used before when I first played this deck, I was playing like 8 crit 3 draw, but now 4 draw just really nice. Plus the over trigger, that's like 5 draws in one deck, and then 4 heals. Yeah, 4 heals. You want to heal. But yeah, that's my Greedon deck profile. Like I said, Greedon's real fun. Being able to damage deny your opponent by putting yourself at 6 later in the game, and then them like just having to take some big hits. I think the highest I've gotten Greedon so far, besides the over trigger, because I know people are like, oh, you can get to 100 million. Besides that, I've gotten him, I think, up to past 80,000, 73,000, stuff like that, because I just had like mad things in soul, and I was just able to stack power that much due to triggers and other effects like persona riding. So persona riding giving that +10, and then having 4 Bashukus in soul, which gave him the +20, and then the triggers, then his own effects, which gives him that +15. He can get up there. He can get some big power. And then I had a game where I was able to use two of this. I had games where I was able to use 2 of this and get 2 rear guards on field to get those extra swings, which were this and this. And then I had like multiples of, where's that card at? I had multiples of this in soul. I had multiples of that in soul. So when they got called, they both got plus like 15. It's like, this deck is really nice. I'm not saying there's anything competitive or anything like that, but it's a real fun deck. I'm kind of sad that no one's been talking about Greedon. I think Greedon's a cool deck, and I know we're going to be getting more decks in Vanguard soon. So I wanted to go ahead and talk about my boy before he like just disappears. I never see anyone talk about him, and he's so cool. He's a pimp dragon. So, but that's gonna be the end of the video. Like, comment, subscribe. Let us know if you want to see more. Let me know how your Greedon deck profiles are, or like what y'all's decks are working with. Let me see if y'all got anything that could change. If you want to see anything new or anything else for either Vanguard, Digimon, or Yu-Gi-Oh, let us know. We're going to try to do it. I'm trying to do videos again. We all are. We're just, things be getting on the way. Not being able to, like, do too much. The world's crazy. Y'all got to start stay safe out there. But I'm rambling. Like I said, let us know. Like, comment, subscribe, please. Support the dream. But that's going to be the end of our turn. Peace.